common reason I don't think I should have to be with a baby father. If you don't believe that, you know, the nappies I just bought might run out, what the hell are we talking about? Hi my loves, and welcome back to my channel. It's always good to speak to you guys. You know, I love you lot. I love the way you lot resonate with my content, and I appreciate even the views I get, because who knew I'll be sitting here talking and people actually care what I'm saying. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. You know I love you lot. So again, welcome back, and I am literally just doing like a little chit chat again. I am putting on some nails, some Kiss false nails. I am not a fan of the nail shop. Since I've had Amari, I hate the nail shop. I used to hate the nail shop before, I'll be real, but I lived in there. I thought I was a hot girl, so I would be going to the nail shop, doing my nails, doing the most. But now, honestly, I don't even have the patience. I don't have the patience. Even for myself, I don't have the patience. So yeah, it's literally one of them. But today I am just doing a little chit chat while I put these press-ons on. They're just like some cute little nude coffins, but I'm gonna cut them and make them into like some short, like just nude squares, just motherhood, you know how it is. And actually, it's the short nails for me. Like, I love short nails now. Like, I never thought I'd be saying that. I was that girl that my nails were uncontrollable. I don't know what I thought I was doing. I would have nails longer than God knows what. But it happens, doesn't it? It happens. You grow up. I still like a long nail though. Don't get it twisted. But yeah. So the point of this video today is a chit chat, and I thought I'd have a conversation with you guys on why I decided to become a single mum. I am definitely someone that's very open with my single motherhood. I have absolutely no shame towards it. Like, I didn't grow up with two parents. Like, I grew up, my grandma raised me, as many know. If you know me, you know I was in care. I was taken, like, my grandma fought for me for like a year and a half, nearly 2 years, to, you know, just like be a great like person and make sure that I had my family. And I love her so much for that, because obviously I have my siblings, and I'm close with like some of my family members, so I get to really just like embrace it all. So I'm definitely grateful for that. So, but as people say, your experiences shape you. They shape you guys. And I'm definitely someone that knows my life has shaped who I am today. I have always been someone that has been perceived as so strong. And anyone that might know me in real life, I won't say real life, but anyone that knows me, who I'm like willing to open up to, they know that I am literally a nerve ball, like a rack of nerves, like a snowball even. I will drag people into my nerves with me. Like, I am someone that's I'm emotional. I am so emotional, guys. I don't even think you know how emotional I am. I cry for anything. Like, I've been like that since I was young, to a point people are like, I'm sensitive. Like, 1 second I'm rude, 1 second I'm sensitive. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, I've just always been that person that's just really like wanted the best for myself. You know, when you have a different type of upbringing, you want to make sure that, you know, you kind of don't bring that upbringing into your kid's life. You want to make sure that your child, especially like when you have kids, some people might not have kids, but when you have kids, you definitely don't want a repeat of like things you had to go through. And I'm not saying like everything is like a complete repeat of what I had to go through, because maybe I'll talk about my childhood one day, but my situation was like a very like unique but not unique situation. And you know, I loved my birth mum as well. There's no like hate here at all. I have a lot of love for people. I think that's one of my biggest issues. I've got too much damn love. And people could say you can never have enough love. Yes, the heck you can. Like, people literally take your kindness for weakness. So I'm someone that's really an advocate on protecting my peace now, like from anyone. I don't care who you are, what you are to me, who you've been to me in my life. If you honestly cause disruption, you have to go. You have to go. So that's not really going to change when it comes to me being a mum. So I will start with reason number one. Reason number one, I felt like I became a single mum is because I already felt like I was. When I had the baby, well, Amari, but I'll just like refer to him as when he was a baby, he was so sick when he was born. He was in hospital for 3 weeks. He had so much things going on. Like, at one point, we didn't even know what was wrong with him. He was someone that, you know, he really gave me a rocky start to motherhood, a big rocky start. You know, my friends, oh, you might hear him in the back, so get used to it, because I'm a mum, honeys. But my friends, like, honestly, I remember when I was going through it, they were all just like so shocked. They didn't even know what to say. They're thinking, how is Tori dealing with this? But if you know me again, you know I'm so resilient. Like, hold on, I need to check these numbers. 1, 8. Press on nails, you actually want to make sure you're putting the same sizes on each finger. Like, please guys, do that. And they have the numbers of the sizes at the top. So I always try to make sure, like, I have all the sizes. Yeah, I already initially thought I was a single mum. I kind of felt like I was anyway. I spent a lot of time doing a lot of things on my own. My mum doesn't live in the country. And when I had my son, my sister still lived here, but she moved quite soon after I had him. Like the summer, basically. He was born in the February. And in the summer, my sister moved out of London. I really got that overwhelming feeling of being alone. But my sister is there for me every day. We talk every day. It's not even like it's a thing that, you know, she's not there. But when someone's not there, I would say in the flesh, you kind of feel that absence. And then I've not got my mum, because my mum doesn't live in the country either. So my mum, my grandma, I mean, but she's my mum, so get used to that. But yeah, she doesn't live in the country either. So it was just like, damn, girl, you are going through it. Like, you have lack of support. You really just have to keep trying to get up every day and carry on. And you know, I felt like I was just doing it on my own. Obviously, I respect all the time that men feel like a certain pressure when they become parents and they have to, you know, provide and do everything like that. But I'm actually not that type of girl. Most people know me. Like, I would get up, I would work for myself. I would do the most for myself. Like, I believe in handling myself. I've got my own place. I had that before I had my child. Like, I was always someone that felt like I could kind of take on the world. I didn't let my past, like people's views of me or my childhood or like things like that, I didn't ever want to let that like shape the woman I am in a negative way, shall I say. But it did shape the woman I am today. And for that reason, I obviously felt like, you know, I was a single mum. I felt like, you know, the father of my child wasn't always here enough. He was working, but it's like, I've got my own place. We need to be living together. You need to like work and come back here. Like, it just is how it goes. But it wasn't my reality. And I'm doing the night feeds. I'm waking up. I'm with the child 24/7. And obviously it's motherhood. Like, we all know how it goes. When you're a parent, this is the stuff that you have to do. But when you are in a relationship with someone and you're not just in a relationship because you had the baby, you're in a relationship with this person. You've had a love and a life with them before a child even came into the world. You start to think, maybe this is things I can't handle on my own. And I definitely was someone where I got that thought quite early, I would say. Definitely quite early. And, you know, as much as men have to work and whatever, you know, women are really going through it too. And again, I said, I went back to work. So I guess we were all going through the same thing. So I never understood like why I was still doing this on my own. I just really didn't understand it. Like, had I not had my girls here with me, my cousins, like people like that, I would have been really by myself, like raising a child on my own all the time. Can't pop round to my mum's house, can't do anything like that. And for me, that became very overwhelming. Like, I'm human, guys. I'm human. I'm a new mum. I'm a new mum to a child that was sick. I'm all these things. Like, you have to deep it. Like, I didn't know how to completely handle it on my own. But yeah, I didn't always feel like I could handle it by myself. And I had days where I struggled. I had days where I felt like, no, this can't be my destiny. Like, this can't be my destiny. I'm in love with a guy. We've been together. We have a child. Now I'm doing this all by myself. I immediately felt like a single mum before I made the choice to become a single mum, if that makes sense. I just felt like I was by myself doing everything on my own. So yeah, that choice for me kind of became a little bit of a no-brainer, because what difference is it going to make? As a partner, you need to do more. You have to still love your partner. You have to still be the father or the mother to that child. And, you know, whether we work or not, guys, we are all adults. We know we have to work to survive. Like, we're in a cost of living crisis right now. People know the reality of the world that we're living in. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I just didn't understand. You know what I mean? Maybe there's reasons why men do what they do, but I just didn't get it. I didn't get it, you know? I really didn't. So for that, I felt like that was the best choice. It reduces the expectations of you expecting your partner to do all of this for you, and you just have to focus on the child. That's all you have to do, like just focus on the child. And that's what I felt like was the easier situation. Because I don't have my dad, I'm not someone that doesn't want my son to have his dad. I want my son to have his dad. So co-parenting, best way to do it. Not the easiest way, but the best way to do it. That's how I seen it, you know? And you have to remember my upbringing is very different. So I'm not going to always be that person that is going to think, oh yeah, I need to do it like this, I need to do it like that. I wouldn't think like that, you know? There's people that probably were in homes, of married homes, and they think the complete opposite, but I don't think like that. So, and I got no shame that I don't think like that, because it saves me a lot of damn stress. I tell you that. Well, but yeah, so that's like reason number one. Reason number two that I felt like I became a single mom, I, took the choice, like I've mentioned in a video before, to go on antidepressants. And anytime I felt upset in motherhood, it tended to stem towards the other side, like the father's side and the father of my child. It was never my side. It was always that side. And I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I wanted to cry all the time. I'm trying to raise this baby and I'm feeling like, my God, like there's stress coming from here, stress coming from there, stress coming from here. People are trying to tell me how I am as a person. People are trying to tell me all these things. I've been going through stuff since pregnancy. I had a rocky pregnancy as well. Then a rocky start to motherhood, and I'm still on my own. Like, that's what I mean about being alone, like the point I just made. And a lot of the time I felt like the stress in my life stemmed from that side. And when you can feel that, if you had a friend that was stressing you out, you're going to stay friends with that person. And I'm not talking like little arguments and crazy little tiffs. I'm talking you and this friend, you're doubting this friend. You think things like, you see this friend treats you different. You know that this friend is not a good person, but you still have that love, maybe because of loyalty or how long you've known that friend. You have that love and you want to still love and support that friend. But it's a detriment to your mental health. You're filling so many cups. No one's filling yours. No one's even trying to think woman to woman. No one's trying to do anything. So for me, I really did feel like, then what's the point? Like, what is actually the point of me trying to make a relationship work or trying to, bombard myself around another family that obviously maybe didn't really want to try with me? And one thing I can tell you, and probably my family, they will tell you too, like, this girl will lock us off. She'll lock us off if we stress her out. So she's going to do the same to anyone. I don't believe in stress. Like, how dare you stress me? Like, you don't think my parenthood is enough stress? You don't think me raising a child by myself is enough stress? Like, you don't think me not having my mum here is enough stress? You don't think having a sick child was enough stress? Like, as you know, my child has autism now. So much things stemmed. And you don't think I had enough stress? So the fact that I felt like the stress was coming from there, I'm a big advocate on, if you're in a relationship with someone, you would love their family too. You'd have a great relationship with their family too. And I just don't feel like that's what it was here. Like, I felt like it was the complete opposite. And you don't have to love me. You don't have to like me if you want to, but there's a child here. There's like a whole child here now. And to me, that child is the most important child. So of course he is. He's my son. So he is the most, not even that he is. He's the most important thing in this whole situation. He is like a top-notch kid. Anyone that's met my son will tell you, he's sweet, he's kind, he's loving, he's so humble and chill. And I just didn't understand, like, then when I'm getting stressed from other places, why I then would deal with that, especially when I have a child that's so, like, my child was humble. Trust me, I could sit him down in his chair and he would just chill. Like, he was a real cool child. So any other stress that kind of came to me, I lacked an understanding for it. I'll be real with you guys. I lacked a big understanding. And if stress comes from another side that, it's kind of not my blood and it's a bit weird, like, you're not my blood, I don't get why I'm kind of dealing with this, I'm going to just stop. Like, I'm not going to break my back. I'm not going to be that person. I'm just not that person. I can't. And I still try, obviously, for the sake of my son. For a while, I didn't, but that's a story for another day. For a while, I didn't try because I just felt like, well, hold on, how am I trying with my child? Like, if you want to know my child, you make that effort. I have nieces and nephews. I made the effort. Like, I have a nephew from my brother's side. You know what I mean? I try. And the mother of his child will tell you that. But there's times she had to take certain steps for herself to feel better so she could raise her kid. And she knew we understand that, hence the reason why we still got a lot of love for each other till this day. It is just something that happens. You have to put the child first, and I am an advocate for that. So I felt like when stress was coming to me from another side, I had to go. Like, I already felt like a single mum, point one, I already felt like it anyway. And point two, I couldn't let people stress me out. Like, how am I letting someone else stress me out? And I'm trying not to get postnatal depression. I'm trying to love my son. I'm trying to like manage this, not having any family here or anything like that. Like, my friends, listen, anytime you come on this channel, now I'm going to big up my friends. I love them girls to the death. Like, them girls hold me down, and my male friends hold me down. They hold me down so much, it's actually unreal. They wouldn't let me go without. You know, they will look after my son if I needed to go somewhere just to breathe, guys. They will do the most because they felt like I deserved it. They watched all what I had to go through. So if they're seeing stress, they overtake, they do what they need to do. So I'm not going to have stress. I had to move on. And that's the reason, you know, I can't deal with stress. Like, I'm not here to raise anyone's child. That's just how I see it. I'm not here to raise your son. And I actually have my own son to raise. Like, deep it, guys. I've had a whole baby. I am a mother. So I don't like Jade Fitz. You're a mother. Like, it's the truth. You get it? You're a mother. You're actually a mum. So you have to do whatever. Like, so for me, I felt like, okay, cool. If it's not going to be going in the way that it needs to go, I can't break my back because I'm just about getting through what the parenthood is now. Like, I'm a mother of one. I'm not a mother of two. I'm not a mother of three. I'm a mother of one. It was a first time occurrence for me. And yeah, I was just trying to make it work in the best way possible. And lack of stress is the best way to be a good mum. Period. Like, period. Dot. Yeah, so that's reason number two. Reason number three definitely would be the fact that I carried a lot of financial burden. I think, you know, with men, they do think if I'm sending money every now and then, that should be enough. Or they've got this thing you see on social media where they're like, I don't know what the mother of my child is spending the money on. What the heck do you think I'm spending it on? I ain't living in a damn mansion. I ain't going out every damn minute. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I'm spending it on your child. Like, I'm spending my money on my child. So when you send something, it's a flipping bonus. You know what I mean? And if I'm going to go back to work when my child is 4 months old, I'm taking on the financial burden. I'm taking on the physical burden. Because kids, it's sad to say it, but they are a burden. You can't even go to the shop without a child. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You can't do certain things. You can't operate. You can't go shopping. You can't do nothing. You can't go nail shop. You can't do nothing without bringing that child with you. So you are going to feel that overwhelming feeling. And yeah, no one told me to have a kid. So guess what? I held it down and I carried on with my kid because it's no one else's responsibility. My friends started having to say to me, girl, if you are struggling, you need to come to us and you need to tell us so we can do something because you are holding down so much. There's got to be times where times are flipping hard. And of course, we got in a cost of living crisis shortly after because I had my baby in COVID times. So shortly after that, we're in a cost of living crisis. I'm like, oh my God, like I got the financial burden of this kid. I felt like sometimes I had to chase my baby father down. And, you know, it is a very common thing that when you do leave the father of your child, they do kind of take it out on the child. And I felt like that was the case. And you know, people probably won't like this video, but I tell you guys here, I'm here to share my experiences. That's what I'm here to do. If even one person can learn from the experience that I share, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to worry about how people feel about things. I'm here to make sure that at least some women can learn from me. Because if I maybe had used my eyes and seen clearer, I probably would have been able to, you know, make certain decisions a lot clearer than I did. And I didn't make them decisions, unfortunately. I didn't. And now this is what my reality is. But because I'm so strong, like, I'm not worried about this being my reality. I'm a top-notch mom. I'm going to be a midwife one day. Like, I'm going to be all these things. So I would never see it as, okay, like, it is a burden, but it's a burden that's my burden, a burden I know I can carry. God will never give me something I can't handle. I've got this, you know? So when the financial burden all comes on me, I don't really understand what I'm with a man for if I'm, you know, carrying most of the financial burden, especially when we have a child together and all that type of stuff. You know, it just got a bit icky. And I just felt like, you know, there's a lot of lack of respect that I got for him when I felt like, you know, we were together, we were in love. I even had a relationship with some of his family members before I even, had this baby. So I did feel like, for the fact that all this, but every bit of the burden is on me. So now that it's the financial too, let me just do me. Like, second point I made, no stress. I didn't want stress. Financial burdens are stress, guys. They're stress. So I'm not going to deal with the person that's kind of giving me the financial burden. So because of that, I felt like that's really a common reason I don't think I should have to be with a baby father. If you don't believe that, the nappies I just bought might run out, what the hell are we talking about? Get the hell out. Kids need things 24/7. When kids are there, I didn't breastfeed because when he was sick, I had to stop breastfeeding because he had to have formula to kind of build up his things. And that was the most heartbreaking thing for me. So then that now meant I had a cost of formula. I had to add formula. I thought I was going to breastfeed. And now I had to have formula. So I'm there buying formula every minute, buying nappies every minute, wipes every minute, all this every minute. And money goes down when you spend. Even if you spend on yourself, money goes down. So that was one of the situations. Like, I just couldn't handle the financial burden, and I'm not going to be with a man that's willingly putting me through that just because probably I don't want to be with him, So that was reason number 3. Reason number 4, I felt like my friends and my family were more of Amari's dad. Now, how my first point was, I feel like I was doing it alone. That was just in a personal state of me doing it alone. But now when it came to outside of that, when I need to breathe, it's my friends here. When I need to go to work outside of the home, my friends are here from 7 a.m. looking after my son. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I can go into work, and then my cousin will come and collect my son from my friend. So my friend can now go to their night shift and then and then my cousin will look after my son until I finish work. Do you get the point? And this is when, childcare got a bit overbearing. So when you're seeing other people are basically fathers to your child, my cousin Justice, like, I will shout her out, like, she does the most. Do you get it? Like, holding it down, like Gabriel, Mari's godfather, holding it down, Lauren, Mari's godmother, Rebecca, Nicole, Janae, they know what they have done for me. So if I'm going to be sitting here feeling like that, girl, you ain't going to have me sitting down waiting on no man and being like, oh yeah, he's the man. Hell no, because they know man. When my friends are basically man, they just can't, fulfill the rest. But they're doing the daddy role. So if your friends now become basically your child's second parent, the heck are you with the father of your child for? Like, come on now. Like, Chelsea, come on now. Nah, that's the funniest thing. That girl was so funny. But you know what I mean? Just come on now. Like, you can't be doing all that. You're either going to be there or you're not going to be there. Do you get it? And the fact that my friends, I could see with my own eyes, my friends are doing this. Yeah, hell nah. And I might not even mention all of them, but you don't know. I'll be here all day mentioning every person, even that held me down mentally, held me down physically, held me down financially. Like, my friends became my son's father, like all of them in one go. And for me, I will be a single mum to the death if that's the case that I'm living. If that's the life I'm living, I'm a single mum, period. Do you understand? Period. I do not care. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, these nails have gone quick. Like, they've gone quick. They're nice, innit? I tell you guys, Kiss Nails, invest. I just buy mine off Amazon. And they do toenails too. Don't play. I'm going to show you guys one day. I'll do like a little self-care thing. So comment below if you want me to do a little self-care thing here. I'll show you all the little trinkets I get from Amazon. But also, while you're doing that, subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and look in my bio. It's all my social media is Tori Paris. So I could put all the promotions here, but it's the same as this name, Tori Paris. That's who your girl be. That's my social media. Get following on there, because I will be cussing on my social media stories. You don't know what's going on there. So get your ass following. Let's get this going, girls. And guys. And no genders. But yeah. So if I feel like people are holding down and doing the most for my child, they become number one. They're like my child's father, basically. So would I be with my child's father if my friends? Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. No, it don't. So on to the next, like, you know what I mean? And that's the fourth reason. I just felt like I knew I was handling this, so forget it. I'm not going to do this. Like, my friends have got me, my family's got me. You have to remember, some of my family members do not live here, so they can't hold me down the way maybe other people's family members can. Like, I can't call my mum and be like, hey, Ma, do you mind coming and sitting down? She'll be like, yeah, just get on a plane from Ghana. Like, come on, guys, it's not going to work. But when she did come from Ghana, it was great having her here. And obviously, I talk to my mum every day. Like, every day. We have a great relationship. But at the end of the day, she's not in the country. So there's certain things she can't do. But she even sees Mari more than people that are here. Do you know what I mean? So when your friends and like people like that take on the burden, you will start to notice, nah, F this guy. Like, I'm not going to be doing this. You're taking the pee out of me, and you clearly don't respect how I hold your son down or how I hold this down. So forget it. Last reason I decided to become a single mum, honestly, guys, the real whole reason I felt like I needed to become a single mum is, I said to you guys before, I was not raised in a 2-parent household. So people may see it as, oh, so you let your childhood trauma affect. No. You don't know, T. I tried. Like, I wanted to rebuke my child living the same life I lived. I don't know my dad. Do you think I can call my dad? My dad, I don't even know what he looks like. I don't know that man. You know, Kiki. I don't know that man. Like, I did not know him. So at the end of the day, I don't have even an auntie on my dad's side. I have nothing. So when I grow up living like that, I'm going to be a lot less understanding, like I mentioned before, a lot less understanding to be, you know, like being in this relationship. I don't mind co-parenting. If you want to co-parent, we can co-parent, because you don't know how to do 2 jobs, which is love me and love him. So how about you just love him? You know, like, my grandma raised us on her own. Like, she took on me, my sister, my brother, her grandkids, other grandkids, do you know what I mean? Like just being a great grandma. Like, we grew up in a family household, barbecues every Sunday, or Sunday dinners at mine. Well, our house was the house, do you know what I mean? So even though I grew up with no parents, there was a strong family unit. So when I now started to feel that the family unit on my son's dad's side wasn't there, and even sometimes on my side it wasn't really there because I'm alone. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's not just a one-side thing. I felt very alone. I know from the way my grandma could raise me, I can do it. And guys, you do not know how strong I am. I'm one of the strongest people you will ever meet. The things I have gone through, we'll go through it all in this channel. Don't worry. So like I said, get subscribing. But the point is, like, we can go through anything. I can go through anything. Me and Mari together, we're going to get through it, because I'm going to hold my child down. Do you get it? I'm not going to be like, oh, I have to have a 2-parent household. Like, that's why when people come to me like, oh, it's the man you chose. Listen, if I knew my baby father was ever going to make me feel like this, you really think I'd be out here with a kid? Come on now, chop shop straight. I'm not that girl. Like, I can openly say I've had to make that choice before when I was 18 years old. I was young. I was a child. I could not be a mum at 18. I respect all the mums that were, though. Shout out to you, because motherhood is hard. So if you could handle a kid at 18, I know some people had kids at 13, 14, 15. Like, go you. Because I had my child at 23, shortly turned 24 after. I couldn't cope. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Had to make it work. So I know just from that, it's hard. Like, it's hard. I wouldn't have ever continued knowing that this is what my reality would be. But I always say to people, there's a 2-week mark. There's a 2-week mark when it comes to men. And for some reason, it's like after 2 weeks, they just don't use their common sense. They think that, nah, yeah, I've been there. I've shown my love. The baby's a baby. It's the mother's job. Well, yeah, it might be a mum's role, but it's also a man's. It's also a man's. And a lot of like parents and stuff, you know, if I decided I just wanted to turn around and not be a mum to Amari, imagine what people would say about me. But when it becomes like a man that does that, it's fine. It's always fine when men do certain things like this. And I know so many people that suffer, like the 2-week mark. After the 2-week mark, men decide, okay, yeah, I've decided I don't want to do this anymore. I've got to work, or I've got to do this, or there's so much other things that are more important. And it's like, yeah, definitely. Just like how I have to go back to work and I have to do these things, but I still got to love my baby to the death. So I believe everyone should be able to do that. And the sad thing about it is some men don't know how to. They really don't. And a lot of women, like, you can't keep blaming women. All women can't be dumb. You got to maybe realize there might be a little issue with men. Like, all women can't be dumb, guys. Let's be real. Maybe some of us, like, I do not support every woman. Some of you are really dumb. But some of us have our heads screwed on and we're not stupid. And we don't just stay in situations just because of how it looks on the outside. You can't make me, Torianne, you can't make me stay with no man or any friendship or any person that don't serve me. You could give me 50 reasons on a book why I should do it, and I'm going to tell your ass I'm not going to do it, because who the hell are you? If I already feel so alone and I already feel like, you know, the unit's not strong enough, I'm going to take that choice. And that's why this is reason number 5. You know, I had to make sure I was the best for my kid. And honestly, combining all the reasons together, I am now the best for my kid. He's autistic. Me just giving him the focus and trying, like, I don't know how to handle an autistic child. This is my first time being a mum, but my child is autistic, and there's going to be that sympathy for the man. Like, he doesn't understand. Yeah, but what part of me understands either? I don't know what to flipping do, but I'm going to learn though, because it's my kid. And I think when it comes to men, they don't remember. They just don't think to take that step. Like, there are some men, though, so I ain't bashing you all. Shout out you men that really do take care of your kids and really do know that it's more than just financial. It's more than just, and even consistent finance. Let's just make that clear. And they know that it's more than everything. Like, you see men like that, guys will go far because you learn. But my cousin made like a point to me, like, we can try to break any generational cycle that we want to break, but if there's the other person ain't willing to do that, we're stuck. You know, we're stuck, and that's it. And I honestly believe that till this day it's the right choice. And every day I'm proven why it's the right choice. Trust me. There's a lot more I can say, but we'll do that in another video. Trust me. That's what we're here for. I'm here to share my experiences, no matter who it hurts. I'll share experiences on friendships. I'll share experiences on domestic violence relationships, because I've been in that. I'll share experiences on sexual abuse, because I've been sexually abused. I'll share experiences on anything I can share experiences on, and just trigger warning in the process, because I'm very real and raw. I don't hide these stuff. I honestly am someone that has learned from all the things I've had to go through in my life, and I can't have my son unhappy. And even till this day, his dad can do the most, but if he wants to see his son, I'm going to let him. And a lot of people sometimes get mad at me for that. It's like, the baby needs consistency. Oh, sorry, the wind. But people get mad at me like, the baby needs consistency, the baby needs routine, the baby needs all of these things. I know, but no one's going to tell me I'm that mum that she don't let me see my son. No. You ring my phone, you could just don't pull up unannounced, because I will be mad at it. Because why are you pulling up unannounced? But if you actually know how to, you know, be a good person, and I just think that I am a good person. No one can tell me any different. I'm a great person. Oh, let me show you guys, because I'm about to cut them. They're actually cute. I don't know if I want to cut them, but I cannot manage nails this long. Like, I really can't. But they're nice, right? Oh, I don't know if you lot can see. I'll do it close up. Like, kiss nails. This is them. I don't use like the stick-on things. I use the glue that comes with the pack. And after this, I've got like a, you know, the UV light. So I'll put it under the UV light, because it's gel glue that comes into this. So if you have one of them UV lights, put it under, let it set the nails, and you're good to go, honeys. And now I feel like a woman again. Like, I shine my phone, I'll be like, I'm annoying. But yeah, so that's the point of this video, to show you guys like who I am and why I take certain choices. I'm not ashamed to be a single mom. I know so many women that, you know, wish they could take this step. I know so many women that are older women that tell me about my strength, and they wish they did it. Because at the end of the day, you don't just stay in things, guys. You don't stay in things that don't serve you. And when you have a child, that doesn't change. Unhappy mum means unhappy child, not unhappy dad. Well, sometimes depending on how your household is, but unhappy mum for me means unhappy child. So for that reason, I'm gonna hold down my kid, single mum and all. Single mum and all, do you get it? And I have no shame. So don't come on here trying to shame me, because I have no shame. I'll even talk to you guys about the way people go deep one time. I got screenshot evidence and everything for you lot to see. But yeah, just that's my 5 reasons. And I hope that even if someone learns something from this and you listen to the things I've said and you realize, wow, I'm going through this right now. This is my reality right now. You decide that you deserve better, because I'm telling you here, you all do. Women deserve to wake up and have a man do the night feed so that they can go back to bed. They deserve to have that man take the baby for a walk so they can just sit down and have a shower. They deserve to cook dinner and not run around the whole house making sure the child's okay. They deserve it. You deserve it. Don't ever sit down and think that you are asking for too much. You're not, baby girl. You're asking for what you deserve. And I really hope women see that one day. I hope they do. I fight for women to see that. I'm not saying just have broken homes, because a co-parenting relationship that works is much better than a home just because you want to have the 2-parent household. It really is, guys. And I always say, if a lot of women made this choice, men would not be so emotionally unavailable now. They wouldn't think that women have to sit down and go through stuff like this because they watch their mums go through it. They wouldn't think these stuff if women just said, yeah, you know what? F this, I'm out of here. I'm going to raise my kids. You make sure you're holding it down on your side. Co-parenting is not the worst thing. And 9 times out of 10, like, women shame women for it, but you more see men shaming women for it. And it's like, it's you lot that are moving mad. It's you lot that that move mad after the 2-week mark. It's you lot that do all of this. It's not women, because women can't leave the child. Like, the child is in my tummy. I couldn't take my belly off when I was pregnant and then go for a run and then come back and be like, yeah, let me put the belly back on. Hell no, the belly was there. And I couldn't do anything else. All I could do was be me and love my kid and make sure I give him my whole. And I can't give my whole if I'm there crying about a man because he ain't doing what he needs to do. Honey, on to the next. Yeah, literally, if you want to meet another man, meet another man. If you want to be single for the rest of your life, be single for the rest of your life. If you're like me and you don't want to have no more kids because of it, don't have no more kids. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Just be you till the end. And I promise you will see long-term the benefits, because there's going to be one day that Mari will come to me and ask me questions, and I will never hide from him the truth. I will never, ever say to him, I had to do this for you. I'm going to be like, no, baby, I wanted to be the best mum for you. So guess what? I had to leave your dad. I love you to bits, and that's why I did it. Because you wouldn't want your mum crying every damn day and not finding herself and not being able to really love you the way you deserve to be loved, because I'm back in my old state where I don't have a baby and I'm sitting crying about a man. No, I can't be doing that. I'm a mum now. I'm not saying I don't cry, guys. My girls know I'm effing cry. They know I cry. But the point is, I put my son first. I put my son first a lot of the time. I left my job recently because of his autism, and we needed to get him into a SEN nursery, and I have to find the right one, and I can't do that while I'm sitting at work 9 to 5 every day. I couldn't do it. So I had to leave my job in a cost of living crisis. You see the sacrifices that women naturally take. Men need to naturally take that too. And hopefully we'll get to a better place. I hope so one day. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I hope it gave you, again, a little bit more insight on me. This is Tori Paris. Well, Torianne. Depends what you want to call me. Torianne T. Tori. Do as you please. But the point is, oh, see, I just knocked something. Look at the nail. I done kiss nails to the death. Do you understand? But again, just learn from me. If you can learn even one thing from me, learn it, and try to not feel guilty about any choices you have to make when you are a parent, because every single choice you make, use your brain and don't ever make it to regret it. Use your common sense and make the right choice. Even if that right choice is staying with the father of your child and making it work, do the right thing. I'm the advocate for that. Just do the right thing. Because if you can see something ain't right, don't try to make it right. You can try to make it right, but if it's not getting right, girl, no brainer, just do what you have to do. But again, guys, I hope you learned something here, and I love you for coming and watching me as always, and I hope to see you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do the most with this video. Subscribe to all of my social media. It is in my bio. It is actually the same as my YouTube name, Tori Paris, on literally every platform, TikTok, Instagram, everything. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Sending my love.
Then dip me underway. You can kill my mouth for flow. Hold me till I scream for every and wash me over until